artist in recovery on the East Coast. Yeah, it's all ugly here, West Coast time. Yeah, caught it this morning. I did my remarks back a couple of days ago when I heard about Schneider in his mouth. And some of the other political independent pundits were going crazy. That's why I was slapping you a couple of those links into your comments somewhere in there. Yeah, I know we got Trumplicans all over the place, and some of the people that I thought I liked are still thinking about Trump and how he's supposedly a good president in the first place. Oh, Daryl, we have both chewed the same dirt somewhat, not just recovery, but time-wise. I don't think we've actually seen anything more contentious and more insane in our lifetime. Maybe we ought to just mark this as an epoch in our own memory somehow that we had seen the country lose its mind. Schneider is just one of those idiots. I'll say it again, he's an idiot. I don't know, he's lost his way trying to find his way, or was he ever a Trumplican originally? Is that much of a diehard screw up? I'm not going to knock against the guy's religion. I'm no way in hell I'm going to knock against the guy's religion. Not on it. What I do knock against, if he wants to be force America into a theology, and it's not going to happen. Not unless they're going to be rewriting the whole Constitution and having it go through the entire process, or at least an amendment for it, and it ain't going to happen. Not in my lifetime, anyway. Now, here's the thing. The story that you linked in there, did you happen to catch the portions where he had lost his wife last year due to cancer? In this aspect, I have sympathy for him. Hear me out. We both suffered. We both know the road. We both know it's treacherous and it's emotional and it's a roller coaster. Sometimes there are things we say and do that are completely out of character because our character is getting rewritten at this point. That I accepted in my own on my own. I accepted that. My way, my thinking, my feelings had been changed, altered. That I don't feel and think the same way like I did a long time ago. I'm still a lifer, demo. I'm on that one. I'm a libtard, okay, controversial at times, confrontational when I can be, but I also observe a great deal. I've observed a great deal when I was a kid, but and also as an adult, and I've also seen how things got screwed over one way or another. And I also know that there are values that I share more heavily and deeply with, and deeply of, that matters a great deal to me now instead of back then. So, in dealing with a loss, in that portion, I can feel for the guy. It's not the cancer, it's the losing of a family member. That I can deal with. And if there was a change in personality and in priorities and everything else that put him on this particular path, okay, that gives me a little bit more insight if that is the case. Death does do things to us. We can either deny it like crazy and try to do the live only, that kind of stuff, or we deal with it head on. We examine, we re examine, we talk about it, we deal with it. We deal with the pain. You deal with the pain. You're dealing with it your own way. You're confronting it in your own way, in your own style, and it's working for you. The stuff he Schneider was saying at this point, yeah, it's crazy. And what he said when he was trying to deny and put it back, unfortunately, law enforcement's not going to look at that. That okay, well, he needs to be given a second chance. No. He made a threat to the president. They're going to investigate. They're going to tear his life apart. It's like if we had actually hit bottom again and not continued on our recovery, how would our relapse be in a way? And in the process of insanity, we do things. Daryl, we've both seen it happen. We're seeing it happen on a constant basis with other people. As soon as they had the relapse and they go out, they do stuff. And it comes back to haunt them and bite them in the ass. And they don't like it. They think otherwise, but it happens. The moment we start losing that bit of humanity that puts us into that pathway of losing our freedom, losing our lives, and everything else that we own, it's not the physical items. It's in here that we lose. Schneider, I don't know if he's gone on that trip. I don't know if he understands this damn thing. But I'll tell you one thing, you're right, he's got to own up to it. But he's denying it. He goes to George, he supported George Soros, according to what reports are saying. George Soros, what am I saying? That's Soros. My bad. My mistake. My flub. It's too damn early in the morning. You know what time it is? It's early in the morning here. And you know I didn't do the usual on this one. I don't know. It's been getting more difficult these days. All right, it's 3:32 in the morning, West Coast time. It is the 22nd of December, 2023. It is Friday. And I'm still not in the Christmas spirit. Or maybe I'm still trying to get into it anyway, at least some kind of compassion for people, including idiots who make a fool of themselves and still constantly try to salvage whatever dignity they get left. And you're right, he hadn't. But I'm going to continue on with the ranting and raving I had concerning about Santos. Santos, we know, had made a lot of dumbass remarks. The ethics committee tore his ass apart. They found him guilty. They couldn't corroborate anything. They couldn't find anything that would manage to keep the guy in Congress. And he was in Congress of one particular district in New York. And it was the 5 congressmen in the New York area that weren't going to support Soros in his mouth and in his idiocy. Yeah, they led the charge. And Soros got kicked out. Not Soros, Santos. God bless it. Why is it that I'm starting to think about Soros instead of Santos? Now, am I getting into the Soros routine here? Like every other damn Trumplican out there who's knocking on his butt for some reason or another? Good Lord. Yeah, I haven't been sleeping very well these days, so it's like the brain got scattered a bit. And this is what happens when you don't get sleep and everything else changes. I'm really going to have to do a serious video on this one. I'm really going to have to. This is just a response. This is just to say, yeah, I agree with what you're saying there, pal. I'm going to have to do another video to put more response in this one because I am losing it this morning. Okay, so part 2 is coming up.